I think we've got the YouTube live working. Isn't that amazing? Wowzer. And we're also going to try and get Facebook Live working. So that would be quite exciting, wouldn't it? Could do Facebook Live and YouTube Live at exactly the same time. So let's see if we can do such a thing here. So hello to you if you're on YouTube Live. We have a couple of people watching. Hello to you. Good day, good day. I believe you can add comments and things like this. I'll be honest, I'm 40. This is the first time I've ever done such a thing. The idea is I'm here doing FactVent Live, some live festive facts for you of your choosing, whatever you'd like to talk about to do with Christmas past. We can delve into mince pies or turkey or crackers or trees or the nativity or panto, and whatever you want. So add a little comment and I'll be happy to do so. Although it does right now say unable to connect to chat, please try later. That doesn't help, does it? I'm trying to do a bespoke thing such as this. Meanwhile, we've got YouTube Live working. Hello to you on YouTube. We've got a couple of people on the YouTube Live. We're also going to try and attempt to get Facebook Live working as well, which is quite exciting. Um, so yes, let's see if we can do it. We should be able to do it. I don't quite know how we do it, but I'll tell you what we're going to do. Is we're not going to do it that way. We'll do it on the mobile. So we've got YouTube Live on the laptop. Hello, laptop people, and then we're going to do Facebook Live on here. Oh, hello, Facebook Live. Facebook Live over here. YouTube Live over here. Hello, we've got two little devices working at once here. So that's quite nice. So good day to you on YouTube Live. We have two people here. Hello, two people here. Hello to you on Facebook Live. Would you like to meet each other? Look, this is YouTube Live. Meet Facebook Live. There we go. I don't quite know. Oh, there we go. That's YouTube Live, and that's Facebook. It's very confusing, isn't it? Basically, it's the same stuff, different angle. I'm not showing off by doing different angles. It's more the fact I didn't know which would work. And if you'll notice, it's now 7:50. It's meant to be doing it from 7:30, and sort of didn't quite work at 7:30. So I thought we'd try this. Basically, it's FactVent Live. So thank you. If you watched us for any of the FactVents up till now, then I thank you. But they're all pre-recorded, so we thought let's do a little bit of live FactVent, which is basically any festive facts you want to know about based on this book. This book. I need the book. What's the book? Someone must have brought the book. Oh, there's this is the big banner of the book. There we go. That's the thing there. Is that quite clear on the Facebook? There we go. And for the YouTubers, there you go. That's the book. I haven't got a real copy of it, so it's basically that. So if you like any festive facts bespoke, drop us a comment, and I'm happy to do it. Until that time, I thought I'd give you one particular festive fact that I'm a fan of. Washington Irving. Now, what do we know about Washington Irving? Most people may know nothing, very little. I don't really know. You might know he wrote Rip Van Winkle. You might know that he wrote Sleepy Hollow. So you might have seen the film or the Netflix show Sleepy Hollow. So this is an American writer. He's actually the world's first international best-selling writer, but he has so much to do with Christmas that we don't give him credit for. So I thought, come on, let's give Washington Irving a little day in the sun, a little spotlight on this brilliant writer. Because he had two major things to do with Christmas, right? First thing he had to do with Christmas was that he wrote a sort of spoof history book about New York, especially all these settlers from all over the world. The Dutch settlers were coming over from Europe to the New World, and he wrote a spoof history of them under a pseudonym called Diedrich Knickerbocker. Now, that name might sound familiar. The Knickerbocker Glory, of course. The Great Pudding was named after Diedrich Knickerbocker. Not sure at Christmas at the minute. I'm hearing you think. Also, the New York Knicks, their sports team. Also, knickers. The actual word knickers comes from this guy as well, in a reason I will explain. The thing is, he wrote this sort of spoof history of the Dutch, and he said that their favourite saint was St. Nicholas, Santa Claus, which it was. But he started to elaborate on these stories a little bit about how Santa Claus, St. Nicholas flies through the rooftops, over the rooftop on a wagon, delivering presents. And this lovely legend that, yes, this was meant to be a very generous bishop, a very generous saint. And so, yeah, he had this idea that actually this is something we should be spreading more in story for. Diedrich Knickerbocker, in the illustrations of the book, in the English version, this guy had wore some trousers that looked a little bit like ladies' undergarments. But that's only in the English version. So that's why we have the nickname knickers, or the slang term knickers, and in America, they don't. because the Americans had a different illustrator. So that's all down to him. But the Christmassy thing to do with that, though, is St. Nicholas, spreading that story of St. Nicholas. It's about 10 years before Twas the Night Before Christmas. So we're looking at early 1800s, 1809, 1820s, when you get those children's poems, Twas the Night Before Christmas, Visit from St. Nicholas, and so on. But before then, you've got this guy, Washington Irving. That's the name you need to know. The other thing he had to do with Christmas was he inspired Dickens, Charles Dickens, right? He inspired him. He's a good friend of him. He hosted Dickens on his American tour, and Dickens came to stay. They were big fans of each other. Dickens used to say, I go to bed at least 2 nights out of 7 with Washington Irving under my arm, but he meant the book, basically. But he inspired Dickens because Washington Irving was a bit of a Michael Palin in his day, so he travelled to Europe. He travelled to England, and he spent Christmas in Birmingham, stayed at the Watt Manor House. James Watt was the guy behind the Watt, as we get in light bulbs and things like that. So the unit of power. So that's James Watt, right? So Washington Irving, American writer, first international best-selling author, is staying 1818 for Christmas with the Watt family in Birmingham. And he's inspired by this to go and write about the English Christmas. He saw it, though, the English had forgotten their Christmas. We weren't celebrating it the way we were. So he wrote up, and he exaggerated a little bit. He exaggerated on this and started talking about the fact that, the English Christmas is cozy and rosy and full of party games and feasting, and the children are playing, and there's music and there's parlor games. And it was a bit of an exaggeration, probably. It's probable that actually a lot of this wasn't really true or happening, but Washington Irving liked to exaggerate. So he wrote about this to try and sell the cozy English Christmas back to America, but also ultimately back to the Brits. So the cozy Dickensian Christmas, you think about the Victorian Christmas, I think owes a lot to this American writer of fiction, Washington Irving, who did spend Christmas in England, but exaggerated it and made it sound more pleasant and nicer and cozier and more classic and nostalgic. And then I think inspired Dickens for A Christmas Carol. So if you have just joined us, if you've late to the party here on this Facebook and YouTube Live, we have Facebook Live over here, YouTube Live over here, 2 different angles. Look at this, 2 different computers. That's what sort of turning into one and then the other. Didn't know which would work. Maybe neither, maybe both. So 2 different things to Washington Irving. One is that cozy English Christmas that inspired Dickens. The other is the one I mentioned before, which is Santa Claus, St. Nicholas, starting to spread those stories, the Dutch settlers loving this saint. So that's just a bit of an expanded festive fact, I suppose, for FactVent, which we're doing every day throughout Advent in December of 2019. This is the first time we've tried it live, just to see if it works. And it's a success. I think it's fair to say we've got a couple of people watching on both. We've got Andrew Horton and David Betts over on the Facebook Live. Hello to you two. We have a couple of people on the YouTube Live as well. It doesn't say your names. I'm going to do some clicking, see if it does say some names. If you have any bespoke festive facts that you would like me to like some stuff on, if you want to know where I'm from, then you're welcome to get in touch. I don't think the comment section is working on the YouTube for some reason. I tried it. If I write hello, I'm going to write hello on YouTube on it and see if that comes up on anyone's screen. I don't know. Hello. But it also says unable to connect chat. Please try later. I'm going to try it also on the Facebooky one. So that's on the phone. I'm going to write hello. So I'm going to try the comment on each. Oh, there we go. That sort of appeared on the screen. Basically, this is a bit of an experiment, really, because I don't really know how these Facebook things work. But I know we've got a couple of watches there. We've got 3 watches over on the YouTube. It's growing. I'm about to sign off, and yet we've now got that one person's just logged off. Bye. Thank you for joining us, person who's just logged off. But anyway, it's all based on my book, which is this one here, Hark, Biography of Christmas. We've just recorded the audio book, actually, and that was great fun. Oh, hello, David. That's very kind of you to show the comment section works. I appreciate it. Thank you, David. No one's saying hello on the YouTube comments, but it does say unable to connect to chat. So that's probably why that is. So the book, we've just done an audio book of it, but we recorded it about 2 weeks ago. Probably the wrong time to go recording a Christmas book, because by the time it's edited and uploaded, it's going to be January, I think. So I don't know how many people buy audiobooks about Christmas in January, but if you're particularly keen, get the audiobook. It's great fun to do the audiobook. Had a real blast doing that. Thanks to Monkey Nut Audiobooks down in Eastleigh for getting that going for us. I think particularly the chapter we did in this book on the truce, the Christmas truce in the First World War and Christmas then, I think it worked particularly well. That's chapter 10. So my advice is just skip ahead to 10. So my advice is just skip ahead to chapter 10. The rest of it's all right. Well. We've also done this Audible podcast, Audible original podcast, done with Grace Dent, and we've done that via TBI Media. Then people make pause for thought for Radio 2 Breakfast. So that's been underway as well. That's you can get now if you go to paulkerensa.com/audible.php, and you can find that. And my mum's just logged in. Hello, mum. How are you? And the dog's just come in as well. Hello, dog. Can you see the dog? There you go. Facebook Live, get to see the dog. YouTube Live, don't get to see the dog unless I turn the screen around, and you might just about see the dog over there. There you go. There's the dog. And there's a dog. Oh no, right, it's me again now. This has been a bit of an experiment to see what works on these things. The theory was I was going to take some comments from people, anyone who wants to know anything about history of Christmas stuff. But given that I can barely get the comments to work on either Facebook Live over here or YouTube Live over here, it's proving rather tricky. So maybe I should just bid you a Merry Christmas, and we'll clock off from here. What do you say? Well, you're not saying anything, so because the comments are tricky to work, isn't it? But thank you for joining us. If you have joined us, if you have just joined us, we've been talking about Washington Irving. I'll do it again in a nutshell. It's the brief version, right? Two things to thank Washington Irving for. First, international best-selling author that he gave us the sort of St. Nicholas, Santa Claus stories, 1809, writing about how the Dutch people's favourite saint, St. Nicholas, flew over rooftops delivering presents. And that then inspired a visit from St. Nicholas, it was the night before Christmas. The Dutch people's favourite saint, St. Nicholas, flew over rooftops delivering presents. And that then inspired a visit from St. Nicholas, it was the night before Christmas. All that. But also, he wrote about the cosy English Christmas when he visited England. And that inspired Dickens, which gave us the Dickensian Christmas, and indeed many ideals about what a modern Christmas is all about, games and food and parley and music and family and coach rides and snow and all those things. I think we thank Washington Irving for. But anyway, enough of that. I've done that already, so that's just anyone who's been late to the party. Thank you for watching. They're on the Facebook Live or on the YouTube Live. I will attempt now to upload this for future use if anyone ever wants to see this again. I doubt they would. There's better things on the telly, if I'm honest. Better things on the telly, if I'm honest. Merry Christmas, and another FactVent that's not live will appear tomorrow. Thank you, YouTube Live. Thank you, Facebook Live. Sayonara. Wish you well. Good night. And good night.